Nearly a month after the tragic deaths of Hollywood legend Gene Hackman and his wife, Betsy Arakawa Hackman, new revelations have surfaced that raise more questions than answers. Initially, authorities believed Betsy passed away on February 11th, but fresh phone records now confirm she was alive until February 12th, one day later than originally thought. This seemingly small change in timeline holds massive implications, not just for the investigation but also for the fate of Hackman's $80 million estate. The couple was found deceased inside their secluded Santa Fe, New Mexico home on February 26th, after a contractor arrived and alerted authorities. Deputies discovered Hackman, 95, in a mudroom, sunglasses, and walking cane nearby. Betsy, 65, was found collapsed in a bathroom with a fallen space heater and scattered pills. One of their 3 dogs was also discovered dead inside a confined space. Right from the start, investigators ruled out foul play, but the circumstances surrounding their deaths left a trail of mysteries. The biggest revelation came when forensic experts reviewed data from Hackman's pacemaker. It showed its last recorded event on February 18th, indicating he had been deceased for at least a week before being discovered. Meanwhile, medical examiners determined that Hackman succumbed to cardiovascular disease compounded by Alzheimer's, while Betsy's cause of death was an entirely different and highly unusual medical event, hantavirus, a rare and deadly infection spread by rodents. New Mexico has recorded only 156 cases in the last 50 years, with a 4% fatality rate. Surveillance footage placed Betsy at a local CVS pharmacy and a pet store on February 11th. But now, phone records confirm she made multiple calls the next day, February 12th, to a local health clinic, complaining of congestion, one of the early symptoms of hantavirus. She had initially scheduled an appointment for the 12th, but canceled, citing her need to care for her husband. Tragically, it now appears she succumbed to the infection later that same day. This means Hackman spent the last days of his life alone in the house with his wife's deceased body. While investigators have closed their probe into the deaths, legal questions are only beginning to unfold, particularly concerning Hackman's fortune. The legendary actor's will, signed in 2005, left everything to his wife. However, since she passed before him, the estate is now in limbo. Hackman's 3 adult children, Christopher, Elizabeth, and Leslie, were not named as beneficiaries. Instead, a trust was designated to oversee the distribution of assets. But the person Hackman appointed to manage it, his former attorney, passed away in 2019. That role has now fallen to attorney Julia Peters. According to legal documents, Betsy's will included a clause stating that if Hackman did not outlive her by at least 90 days, the entire estate would be transferred to a charitable trust. This leaves Hackman's children in a precarious legal position, as they were never explicitly named as heirs. However, Peters has filed documents recognizing the children as potential beneficiaries, setting the stage for a potential legal battle. In a statement to the press, Hackman's daughters, Leslie and Elizabeth, along with his granddaughter Annie, expressed their grief, saying, "He was loved and admired by millions for his acting career. But to us, he was simply Dad and Grandpa. We will miss him sorely and are devastated by this loss." While the family mourns, another battle is brewing, this time over the release of investigative materials. Attorneys for the estate have filed a motion to restrict the public release of body